Hello there, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to the channel. Big warm hug if you're coming back. And a very warm welcome if you're completely new. Congratulations. You found us. I'm no really not today. I'm quite sleepy, but feeling really, really good. There is something a few things, some insights that I had this weekend that I'm going to share. First of all, I think the house of intuition is in the nose. And I think it's important that we massage our noses if we want our intuition to be clear. That's just something that I think. And secondly, like the best antidote to other people's programs is laughter, meaning like being totally unbothered. And I'll tell you like how I came to this. So as I've mentioned before, on Saturday mornings I work. I'm a teacher, and it's English classes, right? So it's an academy, and we have classes Saturday morning. Great info. I'm really letting you know all the necessary details of this story. Anyway, this class is fantastic, and there's one, I got low battery. There's one guy in there, I say guy, he's like 14 or something, kid, young, teenager, and they're all about that age, and one was like very much operating from his programs this day. We're coming to the end of the term, we're playing a lot of games, people's competitive natures come out, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and this young man was like running on programs this day, and it's really interesting. Competition brings that side out because we suddenly take things very seriously, and our pride is sort of on the surface, and easily hurt depending on our sense of sense of self stealth. And then there was another kid who was totally, like, fine, not really operating out of programs as far as I could see. And, okay, so we got, like, Bob and Ben. So Bob was in programs and Ben wasn't. And it was so hilarious because Ben, all he could do was laugh. And do you need more information? Like, for example, like, okay, so we're going through the answers of a quiz, and Ben kept saying the correct answers, but Bob wasn't having any of it. And then I would give the answer, and Ben would be like, hey, I told you, but like very joyfully, and Bob would be like so in denial that he then had to accept that he was wrong and the other person who he had said was wrong was right, that he denied all of it. Like, no, you didn't say that. And he couldn't, like, that's when you know someone's deep in a program, when they're denying the truth to themselves and to everyone in the room. When it happened 2 minutes ago, you know, you can't but you're in a deep program if you're denying that kind of truth, like the most obvious thing. Anyway, Ben's response, he just found it hilarious. Like, I couldn't stop laughing with him, because the more Bob was like operating in these programs and being more ridiculous, the funnier Ben found it. Actually, inadvertently, that was winding Bob up a little bit more, but we couldn't not laugh about it because it was so ridiculous. And there I am using that word, but I don't mean to ridicule, because that feels like lacking compassion, but it was sometimes I don't always laugh at it, to be honest. Like, I'm actually like too compassionate sometimes with these like programs. I like give compassion to the program when you actually don't need to. You can give compassion to the person who's operating on the program, but not the program itself. Otherwise, and I've done this a lot, you sort of enable it if you don't call it out in some sense. And that's what Ben was doing with his laughter. He was calling it all out. It wasn't touching the sides. No program, no sort of angsty behavior that this person was trying to trigger in another so they didn't feel so alone in their pain was working. None of it. It just was getting funnier and funnier. And it was a really nice lesson for me to see like what a nice approach that can be. Because again, as I said, I can be like over compassionate sometimes and a bit too like worried about hurting. No, just hilarious. If I wonder if any of that made any sense, because the way I feel like I'm communicating today is I do feel like I'm in a sphere of my own world, and it's so rich inside of me, and I can be very good at articulating that, but I feel like there's a screen between us, and I know there is, but also I don't know, I just don't feel like fully exposed today. It actually feels quite nice. I feel safe. I feel jamming in my sphere. But I don't know how that is gonna transgress through the video, because sometimes I can be like very present and intense, and I feel very connected, and right now I just feel I'm in my own little world, actually. How do you feel? How did that make any sense to you? I would love to hear your feedback. And remember to massage your noses, guys. Very important. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Please like the video if you liked it. Comment down below if you gained anything from this, if this made any sense to you. I'm really curious. I need to watch back. And hit subscribe if you're new and you like it, because this might be your only chance. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I promise. I don't want to scare anyone, except if I have to. Okay, I'm out. I'll see you in the next video. Love you. Bye.